And there were talks of Gina making a comeback at the UFC, but that never happened. I guess she figured it's not enough money for her to get punched in the face. I need that caffeine, guys. This was at the time when she was doing movies, so perhaps the movie money was more than the MMA money and it wasn't worth it. And Netflix must be chucking down some Abu Dhabi Riyadh season type money, man, because yeah, Gina wasn't fighting. I think Dana White offered her money. Obviously, I don't think Dana White offered her more than she was making from Disney. People would have been saying crazy shit like, oh, she could have beaten Mike Tyson, I guess.
She was proof women could headline and draw. This should have happened a long time ago. Comebacks aren't about whether you can still throw a punch in training. They're about
I knew this clip was coming. I knew this clip was coming. You cannot do a Ronda Rousey video without this clip. Gina Carano, Ronda Rousey, two legends are back in the game. I think we have a lot of time to discuss this. A lot of people wouldn't remember Gina Carano because she had a good MMA career, but it was fairly short comparatively. Completely decimated by Chris Cyborg, and maybe I'm showing my age right now because a lot of people would be like, "Who's Chris Cyborg? Who's Gina? You know, is that the girl from Star Wars?" Yeah. Before all of that, you know, she was doing other stuff. She was dating Henry Cavill, Superman. But yeah, even before that, she was in MMA. And that's where her start began. Gina Carano was before Ronda Rousey. So Ronda Rousey came after Gina Carano. So that's why I figured we'd start talking about Gina first. 8 fights in total, 7 wins according to the wiki page. It sounds about correct. 3 by knockout, 1 by submission. Yeah, that sounds about correct. But yeah, she fought for Strikeforce, and I guess the UFC came along later, and then they incorporated Strikeforce into their roster. Movies and shows, let's see. Haywire, I remember Haywire. It was a bit mid. The Mandalorian, I thought that was a good fit for her until she said what she said. And the owners were a bit sensitive. You know, that little mouse. Ho ho ho, I'm Mickey. Yeah, that guy was a little bit sensitive. Don't cancel me. Deadpool, her appearance in Deadpool is nice. She didn't really have any lines, if I remember correctly. She just kind of stood there. In the Blood was a dope movie. Fast and Furious, that was good for her. Fast and Furious was good for her because that was like that was like a little bit of a hiatus. So it was good to see her in Fast and Furious. Terror on the Prairie, I never saw it. Scorched Earth, I never saw it. Fast and Furious, yeah, we know about that one. Kickboxer, I never saw it. Extraction, I saw it. It was pretty good. Extraction was pretty good. Daughter of the Wolf, nah. Let's see what else she was in. Blood and Bone, yeah, I remember Blood and Bone. She was in Heist. I didn't know that. Oh. Yeah, Command and Conquer. Whoa, this is going way back. This is going way back. Yeah, Gina Carano was in Command and Conquer, not as a playable character, but as like the cutscenes. She was in the cutscenes. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I know there are some Command and Conquer legends out there. Bleeding Steel. Oh my God, Gina Carano was in Bleeding Steel. I didn't even know that. Hold on, let's have a look, because I don't remember that at all. Yeah, Kickboxer was a trash movie, guys. Don't bother with Kickboxer. Like the Van Damme Kickboxer is the best one. The other one with Batista and all that other crap, it's trash. Pretty decent fighter. I quite liked her in that sense. She tells a story about how she became a fighter because her boyfriend was doing MMA, and then she jumped into MMA as well, and that's how she ended up, you know, doing MMA and that. When it came to Chris Cyborg, it was a whole different game, man. It was a whole different game. It is absolutely crazy because I know for a fact that they've been trying to get Ronda back into the ring for a long time. They've been trying to get Gina back into the ring for an even longer time. So it's interesting to see that in 2026, this is now happening. I wonder what everyone's getting paid, because for Gina to want to fight again, it must have been some serious money. There is Ronda. Gina looking amazing as always. Yeah, Gina's taller than Ronda. That's crazy. I'm excited about this, but I'm excited about this because Gina was my favorite. And I'm excited about this because of the novelty of it all. A lot of people are probably wondering, why is he not talking about Honda Housey? As much as I love Ronda, I kind of figured that, and maybe this is 2020 hindsight, and maybe this is me talking, a little bit in the future, like as if I would have predicted the past during the present time. But I don't think any of Ronda's, like Liz Carmouche, to me, I never saw her as that guy. There were a couple of other fighters that Ronda fought that I never really saw as that guy. Betty Correa, I think, I don't know. At the time, I guess Ronda was winning because Ronda is pretty skilled. She's a judoka. She's pretty skilled. She's an Olympian judoka. So we're not taking that away from her. But at the time, number one, I never thought she met an actual striker. Holly Holm was a kickboxing striker. Holly Holm had a kickboxing record. Holly Holm had it all on paper. Like Holly Holm, you could watch Holly Holm highlights of her fighting. And to me, that was the first time that I saw trouble for Ronda. Again, this might be 2020 hindsight, because if Ronda had won that fight, I guess people would have been saying crazy shit like, oh, she could have beaten Mike Tyson. I guess. If you just watched it for the first time and you didn't know who anyone was, it looked like Holly Holm was the more professional fighter. And that's not taking anything away from Ronda. She is a judoka, amazing fighter, amazing submission game. But when it came down to like a top striker, Holly Holm, man. And then don't get me started on Amanda Nunes, because Amanda Nunes, I keep saying top striker, but Amanda Nunes is that guy. Amanda Nunes' striking is so scary. Amanda Nunes goes shin for shin. It is diabolical.
MVP promotion streaming live on Netflix. That's not a rumor. That's a date on the calendar. May 16th at the Intuit Dome.
I didn't know Netflix was getting into the MMA field. I had no idea Netflix was getting into it. Good shout.
Jake Paul didn't invent that. He just turned it into a business model. So if you're expecting this to be...
Hey man, speaking of Jake Paul, apparently he's still having problems with his jaw. That's crazy, man. That is absolutely crazy, man. You see his expression, he's like, oh. His jaw is clapped, so his mouth is doing that. His jaw is clapped. He's not... That expression isn't like, oh, I'm surprised expression. No, that expression is my jaw just got rearranged. So his jaw basically, look, you see he's trying to move his jaw. Freeze did right at the right time, because this is Honda Housey and Amanda Nunes. And let me tell you something, Amanda Nunes was not playing.
If you didn't know that was her, now you do.
Whew.
Then Ronda showed up and turned that idea into domination. She didn't just walk through the door. She made the UFC build the whole house around it. And what makes this less random than it sounds is that Ronda has basically kept this matchup alive. She said before there was one person she'd come back for, Gina. Not because of beef, because of respect. Like, you open this lane and I'm not pretending I don't know it. And another thing, this is the fight that never happened.
Well, there was a potential comeback fight with Ronda.
Yeah.
How serious was that?
It was very serious.
Oh, the Misha Tate beef. Oh my God. The Misha Tate beef. That was something else, man. It went from Strikeforce to UFC. Was it Strikeforce? I think it was Strikeforce. Yeah.
Tied to a very specific time. Ronda hasn't fought MMA since 2016. That's almost a decade.
I heard that when she went to WWE, I stopped watching WWE a long time ago. Actually, the last time I watched it, it was called WWF. Apparently, when Ronda was with WWE, apparently she used to go off script, is what I heard. I heard that like sometimes they'd give her a script, because it's all scripted, right? They'd give her a script and they'd be like, okay, this is the moment where you get punched in the face and you fall. And then Ronda would be like, nah, I ain't getting punched in the face. And then she'd go completely off script. And then she'd like tell the writers to make her the heel, but then to make her win all the time. And the writers were like, nah, you can't win all the time, bro. It's like, that's going to be like too good to be true. We got to, you got to have like competition. You got to have a story and stuff. But apparently Ronda was difficult to work with at WWE.
Comebacks aren't about whether you can still throw a punch in training. They're about
Nah, I knew this clip was coming. I knew this clip was I knew this clip was coming. You cannot do a Ronda Rousey video without this clip. I knew this clip was coming. I knew this clip was coming. Oh my god, the shadow boxing clip. I knew it was coming.
whether you can still throw a punch in training.
Oh
They're about
my
whether you
God.
can still make decisions
Oh
under pressure
my
when
God.
your lungs are on fire and somebody is in your face with bad intentions. And the build-up is going to be half the show. At March 5th kickoff press conference,
Hey, you know what really bothered me about this whole Reebok era at the UFC? You see this top that Ronda's wearing, yeah? Everybody knew that these things were terribly built for women. And like, I don't understand why the women in the UFC still wore this top. This crop top was the worst merchandise ever by the UFC. This was the Reebok era as well. Man, this was terrible, man. Even Ronda a few times had to like pull it up. It's like, it's the worst thing ever.
she is an Olympic medalist in
But I'm
judo.
not complaining.
In her own-
When he says that we've not seen Gina fight in a very long time, I agree. Ronda has been more active than Gina. Ronda is a legit judoka. If Ronda closes distance on Gina, flips her over, puts her to the ground, armbar submission, it could be over. You just never know. You just never know. Like, I don't know what Gina's been doing this whole time. I don't know what she's been up to. You know, I don't know if she's had like a fight camp in fucking Patong in Thailand or some shit. I don't know. But it would be interesting. I'm pretty sure that leading up to the fight, we're gonna get, you know, a few more clips and a few more interviews. No interview from Gina so far. Let's do the predictions now, guys. Apart from me, I'm not gonna do the predictions just yet because I need to see Gina. I need to see where she's at. It doesn't determine the outcome of the fight, obviously, but I haven't seen Gina fight in so long. I've seen Honda Housey. But yeah, let me know what you guys think.